Welcome to Create by T. Today we are going to take some items that I picked up at the thrift store and make them over. My first project is this Norman Rockwell print that I picked up for $2. I thought the print would be super cute in a little boy's room. I was not a fan of the color of the frame, so I began taping off the picture and giving the outside of the frame a coat of white chalk paint. This took about 3 coats of paint to get on. Once it was dry, I took it outside and I took some sandpaper to bring back some of that green. I did like the green on the frame. I just did not like the reddish maroon color that was in between the two parts of the frame. So we sanded it down to bring some of that green out, and this is how it turned out. My second project is this small little wooden crate. It almost looks like a mini toolbox. I previously had it in my booth this fall and it didn't sell, so I thought I'd bring it home, try painting it, and do something different to see if it would sell then. I started by painting the outside with some white chalk paint, and I just did the outer sides and not the inside. Once that was done, I took some of my IOD stamps and I stamped Bloom on the side. Once that was done, I did take it outside and I did sand across the word to make it look a little more worn and on the edges of the wooden piece. And this is how it turned out. I recently picked up these 2 little terracotta hangers from the Goodwill bins. They are flat on the back and they have a little hole for hanging. These would be so cute for like a little herb garden hanging in your kitchen. I started by taking some antique wax and also some of my white chalk paint and just going across both of them. I then took a baby wipe and wiped it off. I wasn't quite sure what direction I was going to go with it, but they're both a little bit different, and this is how they turned out. I picked up this large crock last year when thrifting. I thought that the shape was good. I just was not liking the dated pattern on the front. So I brought it home and I had painted it with some white chalk paint. I had decorated it with some olive branches in my home. Now that I no longer need it, I thought I would give it another makeover. I started by taking some air dry clay and spreading it across the front of the crock. Once I have that down and smushed all around to the sides, I'm going to take one of my IOD crockery stamps and push it into my air dry clay. Once I've gone over it so that I know that everything has been pushed into it, I will take my stamp off and I will be left with this imprint. I'm going to wait for that all to dry and then we will go over it with another coat of paint. With a small brush, I took some Waverly antiquing wax over just the clay part with the stamp to make it look a little more aged. And this is how it turned out. It's a large crock that you could put some different greenery in or set somewhere for just a decorative piece. For my last project, I thrifted this wooden rolling pin. There was nothing wrong with it, but I wanted to make it look a little more attractive and a little more aged. I took this dark gray paint by Folk Art and I painted just the handles on this rolling pin. Once the paint was dry, I took some sandpaper to the handles to make it look a little more distressed and aged. And this is how it turned out. If you enjoy thrifting, makeovers, and home decor, I would love to have you subscribe and join my YouTube family. Thanks for watching.